Good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, and welcome to another episode of Body of Work. Today we have another special luminary guest jumping on the show. Let me get this camera right. Alright, y'all. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good night. Thank y'all for joining us on the live and on the playback. Again, we are so happy and grateful that you are here, joining us, watching us, tuning in, and being the person that you are. So, before we jump into it again, I just want to let y'all know and get y'all tapped into the Long Sleeve Radio Thank You Mix number 25. That just dropped. Don't forget to hit the link in the bio, wherever that is up here. And today we have a special guest. Met this cat in Philly. Phenomenal artistry. The performances is just literally out of this world. To the moon. Some otherworldly sounds and everything that you can't even think of in the moment she brings to the stage. So I'm excited. I'm joyous. I'm happy. I'm grateful. I'm alive and I'm awake for this one, because this is going to be a special episode, and the gems that she drops on here are going to be A1. So we have the one and only Cheeky on the line. She's going to jump on in a hot second. But again, for joining us, yo T, what up? Yo Ian, what up? All long sleeve, all garden parties was good. Everybody from Philly to LA to Saigon, we are happy and joyous that you are here, that you are alive today, and that you made it through the day. Some parts of this planet, some parts of this earth. It's a good John. So before we get into conversation with Cheeky, the wonderful, magnificent Cheeky, I just want to thank y'all for joining us. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for being here. Again, don't forget to hit that Long Sleeve Radio Thank You Mix number 25. We got some good Johns on there. Don't forget August 6th, them boys at Garden Parties. Why is this not? We having some. The internets don't want us to. Your gang squad. All right, Cheeky, I'm getting you on. Hold on, real quick. Oh. Okay, we got some technical difficulties. Hey, recording with the squad. Yes, I see that. Here we go. Oh, we have her on the line. Hello, Radio Breaker. Can you hear me?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. All right. The internet's tried to stop us, but it wouldn't work.
No,
You're here, you're live, you're good.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So again, if you don't know me, my name is LP, aka Swens, aka Shades, if you know me in the industry. And today, without any further ado, we have a visionary. She might be from the future, she might be from the past. I don't even know, but we about to find out. The fantastical, classically trained, magnificent but futuristic musical playing Cheeky, the one and only. So take it away, Cheeky. Let the people know where you're from. Talk to them. Let them know your story.
Okay.
Take it away.
So, hi, I'm Cheeky. I am an electro producer, musician, singer, and I'm from Philly. Currently live in Philly. I've lived here for 10 years, and I started out on piano. As you said, I'm classically trained in piano. That's my thing, and that's definitely what got me going into music. I started playing when I was 5, and I kept going through college. I went to school for classical performance for a year, and then I decided it was too much because it's a lot to be a classical performer. It's like pretty insane. You don't really have any friends, so I was like, you know what, I'm not going to do this. And I transferred to UArts, which a lot of the embed program, and I kind of just met a bunch of people that were like also, making, well, not also, I wasn't doing it, but making computer music, and I took it in high school, and I was like very interested. Really,
Hello, you kind of choppy. Can you hear me? Hello. Okay. Oh, we having some. You might be having some spotty service, a little technical difficulties. That's okay. Thank y'all again for joining in. We're gonna get this worked out. We're gonna get this worked out. Shout out to Randall. I see you on here. We see you, big dog. We see you. Shout out to everybody on here from yes, it is it's getting choppy. Are we are gonna work on that. We fixing that. Oh, okay. Chiki just dropped off the line. No worries, no worries. She is I believe she's mobile. So don't take that into account. But yes, we see you. Shout out to T Dot for being on here, long sleeve, one of the EPs of the show, making sure the behind the scenes stuff gets done. So we see you, big dog. We see you. Shout out to everybody out there on the West Coast. Shout out to everybody on here joining from Cheeky's live. We're gonna send this back out to her, get her back on. You know, when you're doing the internet, some things get a little choppy. But again, we thank y'all for being here. While y'all here, don't forget to check out them boys at Garden Parties. There's an event on August the 6th at the Black Sheep at not at 9 a.m. Check the page for information. Don't forget to hit that link in bio for the Long Sleeve Radio Thank You Mix. You get to jam out to it. You get to dance to it. You get to groove to it. Again, we are getting Cheeky back on the line. Some technical difficulties, but again, you heard that she is classically trained. If you haven't heard any of her stuff, please go to her page and check it out, because she's going to jump back on here and tell her a little bit more about her story. But her music, if you haven't seen her perform, it is what it is. It's an amazing thing. It's an amazing all right, and we got the squad in here today. Yo, Jesse was good. Again, we are getting Cheeky back on the line. She is an electro producer, classically trained in piano. She was saying she went to U Arts. She started at the age of 5. How many of y'all have been doing stuff since the age of 5? What have y'all been doing since the age of 5 consistently? Me, I don't know, besides eating and talking, that's about it. But the artistry, the dedication, the passion, gotta shoot, hope to catch you. Yes, we definitely gonna get you on. We definitely gonna get you on Amara Design. We definitely gonna get you on. But thank you for jumping on. Thank you for always supporting all the way from London town. We worldwide with it, y'all. We are very, very worldwide. And that's what we hope to continue to build here, the network of worldwide artists, of worldwide. Here we go. We got Cheeky back on the line. Worldwide artists causing a ruckus. Hey, as you should. Or am I causing a ruckus? We don't know. All right. Bada bing. Cheeky's back on the line. Peace, bro. Thank you so much. I'm going to hit you up. Again, always appreciate it. Here we
hi,
go. We got, yes.
here I am.
Oh,
I'm so
swish.
sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
I was in my car. Now I'm not.
Hey.
So here I am.
Okay, cool.
I don't know what you heard last. What did you hear last?
I believe we started getting really choppy when you were talking about you at U Arts and the
Right.
community you were building there.
Okay. Yeah. So I went to UArts, and I met a lot of people like who were also making who were making computer music, and I was very interested in that. I took I feel like it all just like fell into place because I was sort of interested in this to begin with. Like in high school, I took a music tech class where we were like scoring scenes of movies like in this really weird DAW called Audacity, which is kind of like garage band-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Shout out to
but like
Audacity.
worse. Yeah, so I like kind of learned like DAWs, like I was introduced to in high school, and like I knew how to do it. I also, when I was like going for piano for the first year of college, I like was in contact with this dude from my hometown who was like making tracks and like having me sing on them, and I was like recording them through my headphone speakers, um, which was absolutely terrible. I mean, the songs weren't terrible, but like it was just really bad. And that's kind of how I learned to do it. I just like started recording my vocals like that, and that was the first time I did that by myself. And yeah, you know, I just like I met some people at UArts who like hooked me up with like sound stuff, like a microphone and torrented Logic to put on my computer and like all this stuff. And then I just kind of was set up. And then I started messing around with everything. And I really, really like, I mean, it's my favorite thing to do is like make music on the computer. So I've been doing it since then, like, and I just sort of have taken it. I mean, I've always wanted to be successful with it, but like I've sort of taken it more and more seriously over the years, kind of learning what I need to do because obviously it's not easy to navigate a path like this. You know, nobody tells you how to be an electro producer
Mm-hmm.
successfully. Like there's just nobody, like you have to do it your own way. And it's been hard, you know, my parents and like my family, my friends, like people I've dated, I've just been like, so like when are you gonna get a job, like a normal job? You know, like that type of thing. You always get that, especially, I mean, now people are less like that, but there's always going to be people in your life that are confused and like, what are you doing? You know, like you don't have a normal job, you're not getting making money.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard
No,
to
no.
like go against that. Like I'm actually like pretty like shocked that I was so resilient. Like I didn't even realize it. I just really was like so um determined to do this that I just like kept on no matter what. And even through COVID, like, you know, there was a point during quarantine where I was like, you know what, like I can't do this. But then of course that completely turned around and I wrote an entire album. So, uh, you know, like you get, it's definitely not easy. Like I still have those days where I'm like, I don't know if this is working and I don't know if I can sustain this sort of like path that's so like uncertain. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I send like the amount of emails that I've sent in my life, like to promoters and like to try and get on shows, like record labels, is just like it's crazy. My therapist was like, "Wow, I can't believe like you're not even more depressed." Like because you just like don't get people don't even answer most of the time. Like I'm just sending emails and sending emails like for years I've been doing this like just like cold calling basically everybody. And it's very very difficult to just do by yourself like without because I don't you know I still don't have a manager or anything. I have a label which is
Mm-hmm.
nice, but you know that wasn't until recently. So it's hard to kind of figure it out on your own and just deal with so much like silence and disappointment before you see like even the tiniest bit of success. But honestly, wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change it. Like I it's so worth it to me to even play like one show. It's so rewarding. Um,
Yeah,
but
and your
yeah,
shows,
go
your
ahead.
shows are. If y'all haven't been to a Cheeky show, I highly suggest getting to the next one or getting to one as soon as possible. The energy there, the electricity there is bananas. So yeah, I
Thank
highly
you.
love your shows. I can't wait to get to another one.
Thank you.
But can you of course absolutely. Can you talk a little bit more about how you sort of balance, um, sort of the normalcy or the real job kind of aspect of it? Because again, you have to pay bills in
Hmm.
this world. People, we go off of money in the monetary system. But can you talk a little bit more about the balance between sort of that life and when you're involved deep into your art?
Yeah, totally. This is like a question that I feel like I always want to ask more successful artists because I'm so confused by it most of the time. Like, how the fuck are you doing this?
Hmm.
Um, you know, because like it not only takes like time, but it takes mental space. Like when you have a job or you're like stressed or thinking about it even after you're off of the job, it just really will that stress will bleed into your creative time, and like it'll really like put a damper on it. So I always worked in restaurants, like for 7 years on and off. And I try not to do that anymore because it was doing that to me. It was like sucking the life out of me, and like I just couldn't get to a creative place. Like I realized when I was working at those kind of jobs, like they're very high stress and can be a little bit, dramatic depending where you're working. Like there could be some drama and some
Just a
people
bit.
that are just, like it's a lot sometimes. And even if you're not, obviously with serving, you're just leaving and you're not taking anything home with you, but you are taking home like all the energy of all the other people around you. So
Mm-hmm.
it's tough. So I have decided to, I've been doing this for like 6 years, but more and more. Like I used to just do it a little, but now I'm like full blown like teaching piano to kids. Actually, I have a couple adult students, but yeah, I have like 15 students, and they're all like, most of them are in my neighborhood, so it's like walking distance. I just like teach in home lessons, and that honestly has really helped me not have to work in a restaurant. I probably will have to go back, like, it's just like it's just on and off. Like I just figure out what I need to do for the moment. Like sometimes I'm playing a lot of shows and like I get paid for those, so I don't really have to be that stressed about it. But other times I'm like, damn, like I need to get back in the restaurant for like a minute, like, and I can always do that because I have the experience. But it's definitely just like working, like even doing like odd jobs or something. Like it's just about like figuring out what you need for your creative process. Like for me, I really, really, really try to abstain from working in restaurants. And like, I'm lucky that I have a skill that I can utilize like to make money, like teaching piano. I can
Mm-hmm.
do that very easily. It comes pretty naturally. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely been tough though. Like it's hard. I'm not a millionaire over here. I'm scraping by, and I'm hoping that's going to change eventually. And I'll be able to do more cheeky and less teaching. But yeah, it's you just got to figure it out. Like if you want to do it, then you do it. Even if you're like kind of poor for a minute, like you just got to like do your shit. Like I want to do this, so there's no question. Some people are like, well, why don't you just like get a job in like a school? I'm like, I cannot do that. I can't be a full-time person of anything. Like I'm a full-time cheeky. So, like I can't do two of those. Like I gotta do just the one. So everything else is just on the side, and I really try to keep it that way. Like my other jobs are on the side. They are not my main gig. My main gig is waking up, sending emails, booking shows, writing my next album, networking, like doing what I need to do for
Mm-hmm.
that. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Wow. The wow, just wow to that one, the resilience in that, and again, that's why I'm so happy and grateful that you are here on the show, because the passion that you just exuded out of that and the intensity for saying that, I'm happy. I'm so happy that you brought that point up.
Thank
um in your, in your search, can you tell us who and what are some of your influences?
you. Yeah. So my earliest influences were Animal Collective was probably the first band that I was like so blown away by. Like I'm just uh they're just musicianship, like all of them. They're just so talented, and like I don't even think like people understand how talented they are. They're just like all four of them are like insanely talented, and they came together and like made something crazy and magical. And yeah, I'm just like, it's so layered, and like a lot of my music is layered probably for that reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was very inspired by that, and sort of creating like an ambiance like in your music, in your songs, like a place instead of it just being like a song. Um,
Mm.
Animal Collective, Grimes, definitely. I would say not now, but early Grimes was a huge inspiration to me because, somebody told me, I mean, I don't know, when I started, like when I was 16, somebody told me, oh, like, this girl makes her own music and stuff and like sings and whatever. And I was like, wow, that's so cool. I want to do that. So just in that regard, like I was just like, oh, this is sick. Like I think I can do this.
Mhm.
Um, and also just like her earlier albums are really, really beautiful. And then, just like in general, like Bjork, just as a performer and a musician and a vocalist, um, she's like, just kind of insane, like on another level, obviously.
Yeah.
But what I specifically like about her is the freedom of her, like just vocal melodies and lyrics. Like she just like doesn't give a fuck, and like that really translates like the energy. She just like does what feels good, and that's like, she's not holding back anything. Like she's just going for it, and like that is something that's so important to making a good song.
Yeah.
And she also is a person who has been very involved in the production of her music and the composition, and I obviously admire that a lot. Yeah, I mean, I would say those are the top. There's another one called Baths, but nobody for some reason knows who that is. He's LA based and also plays the piano and does like electro stuff, layering the piano and vocals. And that was just the music itself is just like what I aspire to, like parts of it. Like I'm just like, wow, this is so good. Yeah, those are my top though. Those are my top influences.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. Shout out to Bjork. Shout out to them. Shout out to Animal Collective. Those are some sick people. Can
Yeah.
you you're talking about the journey and the process and your resilience sort of against when people tell you to get a real job or when people tell you,
Mm.
when are you going to get out of that? When it comes to you though, when it comes to you versus you, sort of, how do you get through those mental blocks? How do you get through those creative blocks to when you are tired from from teaching and doing everything else? When it comes to cheeky versus cheeky, how do you get through sort of those blocks that come up that only you can deal with?
Yeah, so it's definitely hard. I mean, like I have very dark days when it comes to that kind of stuff and like feeling like I can't keep going with this. But at the end of the day, really what it comes down to, I know this isn't very helpful at all, but it's that I love it so much. Like I go to it like in times of despair as well. Like I'm like that's my comfort and like that's my life love. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like there's nothing else for me. That's it. So like I can't run away from it. Like even if I wanted to, even if I was completely unsuccessful. And honestly, I think that people who make it or whatever, like quote unquote, make it in that world are people who just kept going. I mean, sure, like I guess if you're really bad, maybe you won't make it, but like, if you just like keep going even when you're just constantly being disappointed and getting no response whatsoever, like if you just keep going, something's going to happen. Like you just keep pushing. Like I'm never going to stop doing this. So like someone's going to like it. If I like the music, then someone else is going to like it, probably more than one person. So I'm just going to like keep doing it. Um and like I said, I just like I even when I'm disappointed, like I can't escape what like it just feels, and it sounds corny, it just like feels like what I'm meant to do, like, you know so
Yeah, we love that. No, no, that's truthful. That's honest. That's the energy that resonates. So yeah, no. However it may sound, it's wonderful and it sounds great. Coming from over here. What what's been your favorite part of this journey?
Used to be my least favorite part, but these days my favorite is performing. Like I used to think I'm just like a studio person, like I just want to be
Mhm.
alone and work on my music and not have to perform it, but actually what I'll say is that I love the balance because there are times when I need to just not talk to anybody and write, which I'm going to do late fall. I'm going to like not play any more shows and just go away and like write.
Mhm.
And then there are times where I have to be the opposite. Like I have to like go out and talk to people and play shows and meet people and sell my record. And I love that. Like I love that cycle. It's like seasons or something. Like it just feels natural to me. Like it feels like, okay, like I'm gonna hibernate now. Okay, I'm gonna like get out there. It's just such a beautiful cycle, like being a professional musician and like putting out music like that. It's really nice, like touring versus writing periods. I love that balance, and it feels like perfect for me.
What beautiful. And then the last question,
Yeah.
still sticking on you, and then we'll jump into the game. What does self-care look like for you? Running around, and you just told me, we just talked before this, but you told me your schedule's packed, and it's always packed, right? So when you get a second for you, what does self-care look like?
Um, Definitely like cooking is a big one for me, and just like having my like the people in my life like know I take dinner time very seriously. Like I don't want to fucking talk to anyone while I'm eating dinner. Like I'm just not talking to anyone. Like goodbye. Like I just need to shut down. Like I put my phone away. Like I cook and then I sit down like and I like will watch something or I'll just like sit by myself and like I just need silence. I need alone time. Like that is so precious to me and like necessary. And in this kind of like world where like things are constantly going on and like I have to be on Instagram and I have to do this and that. Um, it's just really important for me to like have my alone time. It's like very, very, very necessary for me because I will get angry. I will get like cranky. Like I need to be alone for like certain, like a couple hours a day. Like I need it.
You need it,
So
yeah.
yeah. Hmm.
Good. That's beautiful. Thank you. Wow. Cheeky, the gems, and again, I'm happy that you are on here, because you never know what you're gonna say or what the downloads are gonna be for other people. So
Hmm.
again, yeah, Nico, yeah, sometimes, sometimes. So again, we thank you. But now it's time for one of my favorite parts. She does get cranky. Everybody goes through their stuff. Somebody on here said that you get cranky,
Amanda.
but everybody has their stuff. Now it's time for one of my favorite parts of these episodes. It's a game called Take It or Leave It. Now, if you are new to the show, here's how it goes. If you take something, that means you would take it to the coffee shop around the corner. That means you would get it an extra donut. That means you would love to hug and cuddle and snug with it. If you leave it, that means you are kicking it out of your house. That means you are kicking it to the curb and you're putting it down the dish disposal and you're cranking it through. So, first up, ice cream. Are you taking it or are you leaving it, Cheeky?
I'm taking it. What? What kind of question is that?
You have a favorite flavor? Do you have a
Uh, it really depends on the day. I don't know.
okay?
Strawberry?
Ooh, okay, okay. I can take that. I can take that. Winnie the Pooh. Are you taking him or are you leaving him?
Taking. What kind of insane person is leaving Winnie the or putting him down the dish disposal? What the fuck? It's insane.
Yeah, let's say Pooh Bear. Let's say Pooh Bear. Okay, cool. Bet. Next up, board games. Board games. Are you taking them or are you
Mm.
leaving them?
Honestly, I'm gonna leave that one.
You're not a big Parcheesi fan. Not no Monopoly.
It's fine. It's just like it's kind of whatever to me. I don't really have time for that shit anymore. I'm just
You
like
got
not interested. Not
you got a
interested.
you got records to push. I hear you. I
I'll
hear you.
take Winnie the Pooh and ice cream, but yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
I'm good on that.
All right, bet. Jet skis. Jet skis. Are you
That's
taking
a
them or are you
negative.
leaving them?
No, I'm so unathletic and afraid of things. That's yeah. I'm leaving that one.
Okay, bet. Fuzzy socks.
Ooh, I'll
Fuzzy
take those.
socks.
I'll take
Ooh.
those. I'm
Okay.
all about the comfort, obviously. Like,
All right, we got. So listen up, y'all. Get her some ice cream and some fuzzy socks, and she won't be angry at you. We got you. We got
definitely.
you. All right, burgers.
Ooh.
Burgers.
Can I make that into a Beyond Burger, because that's a definite yes.
Yes, you can. Shout out
Okay.
to the, as T would say, shout out to the vegans.
Yeah. Thank
Shout
you.
out to the vegans. All right, bet. Uh, Tumblr. Tumblr. You taking it? Or you
Hmm.
leaving it?
I'll take that. It's
Okay.
been a while, but yeah, I grew up on that shit, so I'll take it.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful. And then the last one that we are customary here to doing, the last one is books. Books. Are you taking them or are you leaving them?
I'll take books.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Any
take
anything in
books.
your current rotation? Anything you want to tell?
I'm currently reading this kind of scary book, um, by H.P. Lovecraft called At the Mountains of Madness, and it's kind of like dark. Um, I don't want to give it away or anything, but it's good. That's what I'm
Okay.
currently reading right now.
Is it anything like Stranger Things? You just
No,
okay, cool. All right, all right.
different planet.
Okay. So, okay. Well, Chiki, you are amazing. You are a true light. And I love your dedication to the craft because when you're an artist or when you're in certain things, it gets hard, especially the
Yeah,
pressures from outside. So we're here pulling for you. You know, Long Sleeve is always got your back on everything. We're always supporting you. Is
see
there
what?
anything else you want to tell to the people? Where can we get, where can we check out your latest stuff? Any shows coming up before you hibernate? And
Right.
anything else you want to tell us?
Yeah, so my next show in Philly is at Before Sunset, which is at Terra. It's like an event series that's going on. My friend Darius has been throwing them, and this this show is going to be all female slash femme musicians and DJs. Or I'm the only musician actually. I'm going to open the night with like a live set, and then there's 3 other DJs, and it's going to be cool. It's on August 14th at Terra. And that's also like in my profile, the information. But yeah, you can listen to my music. It's on Spotify, Apple Music. I have some videos on YouTube, like Bandcamp. You can also, my album is out on vinyl with my label, Boiled, and you can buy that on Bandcamp as well. And all of that is like in my bio, in my profile.
Yes, go check out her link tree. She's got everything that you need to know about Chiki in there, like literally
Yeah.
everything, all her music, everything, all her videos. Go check that out. And Chiki, one more thing. We got a question. We got to take it or leave it from the audience from T Dot. T Dot is asking, which one are you taking? Are you taking bikes or are you taking public transportation?
Oh, public transportation. I am just a SEPTA person. I'm always on the train or the bus. I
Yeah,
love
shout out,
it.
shout
All
out to
about it.
SEPTA and public trans. It's a hard job, and they
Yeah,
get a lot of shit.
they
So
do. They do. Yeah, I'm
they
all
get
about
it.
it. I'm always on the bus or the train.
Thank you. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
really right. Chiki, you are wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule
of
to
course.
be
Thank
here
you
to
for
shed
having me.
some light. Yeah, absolutely. Shed some light on your life and your love. We appreciate you so much. We're pulling for you. And here at Long Sleeve, we always are rooting and rocking for you. Everybody on the line, don't forget to check out all of Cheeky stuff and all of her shows. And on August 6th, the Boys at Garden Parties are having the Black Sheep, at the Black Sheep, are having the Premier League kickoff. And from Cheeky, do you have any shout outs you want to give before we head out?
Oh, I don't know how to do shout outs.
Okay, don't worry. I got you.
I've never done this
Every
before.
Well, here's how it goes. Everybody at Garden Party, shout out to them. Everybody at NBC, especially Nico and Selena for tuning in. We love y'all. We love y'all. Thank you so much. Everybody down at De La Nona on the West Coast, don't forget to check them out. Everybody in Philly and on the East Coast, from South Central and the West Coast, and here to the beautiful Saigon. We thank you. We love you. And we see you. Shout outs to the graphics on there. from myself, from Selena, from Torthel, and everybody here at Long Sleeve Radio, Long Sleeve Service Productions. Have a beautiful night. Keep on rocking in the free world. And that's it. Peace.